Magma monsters are coming out of the water to attack an oil rig, and Aquaman informs the Justice League. They arrive and get surrounded only to be saved by a young-looking superhero team called the Ultimen. The team of young superheroes happen to be a mix of cocky and fanatic, with some subtly boasting about their superiority, and others appreciating working with the Justice League.
Well, I just want to say that I'm a huge fan. I always have been.
They manage to stop all the monsters with a power-up that they were not particularly aware of. The Justice League extends another invitation to the Ultimen to join the Justice League, but they are so corny they think they are not ready yet, except for that one guy who is clearly falling for Wonderwoman. We then see an interview with Maxwell Lord, who is apparently the manager for the Ultimen, being questioned about their popularity. He acts like they are better than the Justice League and dismisses a question about all the brand deals and sponsor money that they have taken like it was nothing. Superman and the rest of the Justice League agree that it is sleazy as all hell. Wonder Woman thinks the Ultimen have potential and are doing it for the people, unlike Lord. Meanwhile, the Ultimen are squabbling like teen idols, and Maxwell Lord entices them with some more money.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Before shutting down any notions of joining the League. He then takes a mysterious call and veers off. Wonder Woman is fighting Giganta and Bizarro Superman, and Long Shadow from the Ultimen join the fight to assist Wonder Woman. Long Shadow has a brief talk with Wonder Woman before he gets a call from the Ultimen. We then see the team on medical beds and hooked to the system, analyzing their bodies. The head scientist tells Maxwell Lord that the team is suffering from severe cellular atrophy and they will only survive for a few days or a few months since they are in the early stages. He proposes to help, but Amanda Waller enters the room and tells him to not bother and to prepare the next team. This was all heard by Long Shadow. Maxwell tells them they will stay in the lab overnight, and they agree but escape their holding cell and discover clones of themselves being made. Amanda threatens Maxwell to find the Ultimen even if the clones were unharmed, or else she will call the Suicide Squad to bring them down. The Ultimen confront Maxwell about him lying and torture him until he spills the beans about their origin. They learn that they are essentially test tube babies, and their only purpose is to be obedient government dogs, unlike the Justice League, and when their bodies fail and they wither away, they get replaced with all their memories transferred. The team goes back to the office building and try to destroy the lab to find the clones again, but Long Shadow wants to help the innocent people working in the building who are being affected by the Ultimen's reckless actions. The Justice League shows up, and the Ultimen are so hopeless that they think beating them is going to let the world never forget who they are, even if they die. They fight them, but ultimately get defeated one by one, with the Wind Dragon being the last one to get talked down by Long Shadow when he hurts Superman, who he stated was his favorite hero growing up in the beginning of the episode. Amanda Waller swoops in and takes the Ultimen before they get officially arrested. She tries to take Long Shadow, but the Justice League has something else to say about that. This episode starts with a wreckage, and a group of people surrounding it being lectured by some kind of superhero, but they don't even know who he is.
I don't even know who you are.
You will.
So he starts a presentation on his story. It is a superhero called Booster Gold, who supposedly came back from the future to fight the villains of the present day. Safe to say, no one is impressed, and even a kid mistakes him for Green Lantern somehow. Booster Gold tries to get Martian Manhunter to put him on some high-profile missions against bigger and well-known villains so that he could get some fame, but Martian Manhunter explains that is exactly why he does not get the missions. Then suddenly, the Justice League delivers a distress call to the HQ, and Martian Manhunter seems shaken because it is the Dark Lord Mordru who is attacking innocent people, but Booster Gold sees an opportunity. Mordru is causing havoc, and the Justice League is weak against him. Martian Manhunter sends a bunch of heroes for backup and begrudgingly sends Booster Gold with them.
Come on! Ah! Yes! Yes!
Batman assigns Booster Gold with crowd control, and he is not happy about that. Even Wonder Woman passes on him to take the stretchy guy for some stretchy help with the asshole. Booster Gold is bored with his crowd control and thinks his help is needed in the field, but the robot is sensible enough to tell him they are assisting as well by making the Justice League's job easier until an unholy amalgamation of Batman and Superman jump into frame and they tell him to stay on crowd control with the voice of Wonder Woman. I guess no sleep for me today. Booster Gold prepares to join the League, but a kid asks him for help since his family is stuck in a burning building. But he realizes it was just an ant farm and brings it back to the kid, only for the kid to thank him by calling him Green Lantern. They solved racism in this universe by making all the kids blind.
but I cannot see. I'm legally blind.
Booster Gold saves a bunch of other people, and then stumbles upon a lab exploding and saves the scientist before meeting a damsel in distress, his favorite kind of damsel. But she tells him that they were experimenting on a new energy source, and the fire damage breached the containment, and now the source is loose and can destroy the world. Booster Gold likes the challenge. Martian Manhunter dismisses Booster Gold's call for backup because he thinks he is joking, and as such he is all alone on his mission to save the world. Booster Gold thinks it is going to be easy since the scientist gave him a collar to put on the source to shut it down, and all he has to do is get close. However, Booster Gold gets distracted by a pregnant lady going into labor and tells the doctor to help, but she takes the collar and tells him to stay with the pregnant lady instead. Booster Gold manages to get her to give birth and continues on his mission with the woman calling him Green Lantern again.
Oh shit, here we go again.
He flies above the city looking for the doctor and saves her life from getting sucked into the energy source. Booster Gold goes after the source in the subway, but fails to catch him. The source goes into the surface again and reaches critical mass. Meanwhile, the Justice League is still fighting Mordru, and the Dark Lord turns a building near the scientist into a living monster. Booster Gold is distracted once again and goes to save her instead of putting the collar on the energy source. Booster Gold, feeling hopeless, tells the scientist lady the truth about him being a fraud and only coming back to the past to become famous and rich. But the scientist lady tells him that everything is about to be destroyed and the only superhero here is him. This gives Booster Gold enough motivation to continue, and he manages to put the collar on the energy source and save the day. The scientist thanks Booster Gold, and he goes away having been convinced he can't call himself a hero. Meanwhile, the Justice League are laughing after their victory on Mordru and thanking the stretchy guy for stretching good. All while Booster Gold listens in and feels left out. The scientist finds Booster Gold again and invites him to dinner in the most romantic way possible, calling him Green Lantern as a joke. Booster Gold ends the day by saving it and getting the girl, so he made sure to rub it in the face of the stretchy asshole as he walks by. The first episode with the Ultimen was nice, but it felt like it ended with no third act. Amanda Waller gets away with it, and the kids are going to die anyway. So who saved the day again? In the second one, the Justice League are outright assholes for some reason, and the world's greatest detective couldn't sniff a world-ending scenario right under him. This brings us to the end of today's video. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to our channel to get more videos like this one. Your support helps us grow. And tell me, what do you think of these episodes? Do you want to see the Justice League stand up more to the government? Do you want them to stop being assholes every now and then? Let me know in the comments below. I read all of them, and if you're watching till now, thank you. I'll see you in another video soon.